Right then, this is Sharky from SHAR-KADE. Now, if you watched the last video, it was basically a disaster. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. So I'm back. I deleted that video. I'm back with another update. I've spent all weekend messing on my configuration, updating configuration, getting through all the emulators, the different gun systems, stuff like that. And man, it's a so I had a lot of issues with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Shredder's Revenge, with using X output, it would work 9 out of 10 times, and then that 1 out of 10 times it would just completely mess up all the configs of the controllers and stuff. It would start jumbling them around in random orders, and it's just been an absolute nightmare. It's forced us to reconfigure MAME quite a few times as well. I've allocated IDs and stuff like that, and it still was causing us 9 out of 10 of those times. Cool, man. So I'm going to do another live video. We're going to go straight into the shooting games, and now I've tested these about 20 times today, in and out of each game, and everything's worked flawless. So fingers crossed it doesn't prove us wrong going in and out the system. So I've already plugged in my guns ready, plugged in the guns and stuff ready. So let's go ahead, load House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn. Now I think I've only got about 2 games left to configure. I think that's House of the Dead Overkill, and try and get 2 players working on that, and Blue Estate. I did have the 2-player version of Blue Estate downloaded. I'd have to find that somewhere. It's buried on one of my drives somewhere. I'll double check, see if I can get that game working. Just turn this down a little bit. So then, start player 1, player 2. So we press start player 2. Take off our cap on the end of the gun. So what we'll do, I don't know, it's out of sync there. Hold on a second, I've got someone at the door. Cheers. Right, so we've got gun 1 there. Take the cap off gun 2, and then we have gun 2 there. So let's select the gun. It's quite difficult doing this one-handed because you've got to reload as well. And we did have some hardware issue with this unit as well. So I've swapped out the motherboard, the CPU, and a few other bits and pieces as well. Give it a benchmark test, fully stress the unit out with games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, running a benchmark test multiple times on there, making sure the frame rates are correct, the temperature's staying stable, especially the GPU temperature, because these RTX 3060 graphics cards can run quite hot. So you want between 70 and 80 to keep it stable. You can get cooler in a more open system, but the whole unit's built inside that control panel there. So there's gun 2, sorry. So put gun 2 aside there, and we have gun 1 there. Got to use gun 2 because player 1's caught there, so then I'll just quit that game, and then we'll go ahead, and what we'll do is we'll go into PC Games Plus, and we'll try House of the Dead remake. Now I have only just finished off some of the configuration on this, having it set up with Hyperspin. Now it should automatically work with the arcade controls for start and escape, where escape is going to be our start button on our left pinball button. This is a PC game, so it's got to be quit via the main menu of the game itself. So we go to new game, accept, and then change it to 2-player mode there. And fingers crossed, this should have both guns working at once. And before I had to go into 1-player, enable the guns, and then exit 1-player, then go into 2-player. Then, as you can see, player 1's working there. And player 2 gun. Now I can't reload one-handed, so So to quit the game, what I'll do is I'll just press start on the arcade control panel and just simply go to exit. That'll take us straight back to Hyperspin. Now I'll put the caps on the guns so they don't interfere with the screen. And then what I'll do is I'll go back, and then we'll take a look at the Sega Model 2. And then we'll just load up Virtual Cop there.
Loading.
Man, I'm bloody shattered. I've been on this all weekend writing scripts for each and every game for the Model 2 and the Sega Naomi gun games. So we'll add a couple of credits. Press start. Take the cap off the gun. And then you will always have the blue cursor in the way when you start these games. For player 2, all you do is take the cap off player 2 gun and just move the gun over to the side if you're playing 1-player. And then I'll just show player 2 working. We'll press start there. Take the cap off the gun. Reload. So let's quit that game. And then let's head over to Sega Naomi. Is it further down? Sega Naomi gun games. The only game on the gun games that isn't configured with the light guns is Gun Survivor 2 Biohazard. I think that was meant to be an analog controller because you move around with the character itself, so you actually move around. It's more of like a Call of Duty style game, so the guns won't work for that game. We'll just go ahead and load House of the Dead 2.
Loading.
And as for TeknoParrot as well, all the games are configured, or the guns are configured for all those games. So let's add a couple of credits. Press start player 1 and player 2. You can skip it by pressing start.
Let's go, Gary. Please be safe, Chief. How could anyone do this?
Let's try gun 2. The bar at the top is because I haven't set it to full screen yet. I forgot to re-enable full screen when I was calibrating the guns.
Shoot outside of the screen. Harry and Amy are coming to back us up. Hurry! Go! Thanks, Chief. I don't want to die!
So let's quit that game. Let's go back. And let's go and load a TeknoParrot game. So we've already tried House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn. House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn doesn't actually load through TeknoParrot. It's its own self-load. What's a quick loading game? We'll check Sega Dream Raiders, see if it's still got me config. Thing with Sega Dream Raiders is I had to recalibrate the game for the guns. The actual cursor on the screen would only go halfway up the screen, so it had to all be recalibrated. So for a lot of the TeknoParrot loading games, I do have start just on the trigger.
This dream machine will enable you to experience an interactive simulation thrill, all from the comfort and safety of your dream state.
So it looks like I will have to recalibrate that. I don't know why it hasn't saved me calibration. So if you look there, it's quite simple to do, but if you look, it stops halfway up the screen. That's simple to recalibrate, but I have had to restore the operating system, so it's likely it didn't save my calibration on the game. But as you can see there, player 2's working fine. But I'll recalibrate that game, so let's exit there a second. And let's try Sega Golden Gun.
I will do my stuff and show everyone. Wow! What? Take this! You mean we should be heroes, right?
Sure, it's coming!
Try player 2. So let's quit that. So I'm gonna go ahead and recalibrate Sega Dream Raiders, is it, or Raiders? Sega Dream Raiders. I've tested, like I say, I've tested all the other games there, working fine. I think there may be Rambo as well. I might have to recalibrate since I've restored the operating system. And once it's done, I'll back up the operating system. It should keep the configuration. I think someone mentioned in the previous video that I might have to redo all the settings for TeknoParrot. It looks like it's kept all the other settings other than the calibration that I've done on that operating system. After reloading it, it seems fine. I think the actual recalibration may save on the operating system, I'm not sure, but I'll recalibrate those two games anyways, and then I'll do all my final tests tomorrow. I should have had the marquee done over the weekend, but I've been sat there with all these games. One or two games gave us a little bit of trouble, had us sat there quite a few hours trying to sort out those games, but I went through the whole entire list. All the MAME games are now fully configured. Like I say, I've removed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. The game's still on there, but I'm going to look at it at a later date, try and get a fully working fix, something that's not going to mess with the arcade controls. So that can just be re-added at a later date. It's only the matter of adding the name of the game in the database, and then whatever new setup or config that I've got to do, I'll just upload that to the system. So that's it really. I'm going to try and crack on, finish this unit off for this week. We have made a start on another build. I mean, there isn't no room to do the two big cabinets, but I've made a start anyways. I'm going to try and get this one finished off in the next couple of days, sent straight off. Same with this unit, and then I'm off on my holidays, man. This unit I may have wrapped and sent off maybe next week. I'll just come in once the packaging and stuff comes for this unit, have this unit sent off. But I'll do a full review video as well of this unit. I'll go through, I'll do a full recording start to finish of this unit, showing off all the shooting games working, showing off all the 4-player games working, showing off the analog systems as well with the Xbox controllers. Also they are accurate enough to not have the rectals on. Me, I prefer them on. I do like to see me cursor moving. They can be turned off, like I say. Some of the games are all automatically turned off, but me, I do prefer the rectals on. But like I say, the perfect accuracy. If you do find the accuracy slightly off on one of the corners, you just go into the gun for IR software, recalibrate the guns. I mean, I've got a lot going on at the moment. There's different lighting in the room. I'm standing at certain distances than I was when I calibrated the guns, and stuff like that. These IR sensors aren't glued in at the moment because they've got to go off to the customer. So these may even move, so the calibration may go off slightly. When I'm moving the unit around, when I'm touching the control panel, the vibration may move these slightly. So once they're glued in and it's fully calibrated, the gunfire kit are perfect. I mean, the accuracy is spot on. You can adjust it as well so the drag's a little quicker, so it doesn't look like it's dragging the cursor as much when you're pointing and aiming. So absolutely brilliant. All the tests I've done on them, they're absolutely spot on. Really love them. Like I say, once they're calibrated, that's it. You shouldn't have to mess about with them. I have a couple of times, like I say, if these sensors are moving in slightly because they're not stuck in place. But once they're stuck in place, you shouldn't have to mess on with the calibration at all. And for accuracy, they're perfect. Absolutely perfect once they're calibrated correctly. You do recommend these have to be sort of pointing at you as well. So they've got to sort of be pointing towards you. The position they're on this unit is perfect. I'm quite a short person anyways, so if you're a little bit taller, an average size person, the sensors would see you even better. Me, I'm a little short, so they will probably have to be recalibrated for someone that's a little bit taller. But it's simple to do, takes seconds to calibrate the guns. If you're not happy with the calibration, you can recalibrate them to whatever you want. Once it's done, you upload them to the guns, and that's it. For every game, they're spot on. I have had to run the games at 1080p. That's because a couple of games, I believe House of the Dead, I don't know if it's House of the Dead Remake or Scarlet Dawn, I think it's Scarlet Dawn, has to be running 1080p for it to keep the calibration correct. If I knock it up to 2K, the calibration goes off. You can actually see it, the cursor to where it's shooting is completely off. Stick it in 1080p, works perfect. And that's it. Like I say, I will come back with an updated video with the full run through of this unit. I think I won't bother doing another video until this unit's finished. I really want to show off the 4-player setup. I think I've also got to add one of the is it the X-Men games? I think one of the X-Men games, which is a 6-player, that works as well. I've just got to add it to the Hyperspin menu. The game's already there. I've just got to add it to the Hyperspin menu, and that would be X-Men 6-player. There is an X-Men 6-player game on the Hyperspin wheel, but the in-game settings in MAME only allow 4 players. But I do have another version within my MAME folder, so I'll just add that, and then you can have up to 6 players, a full 4 players on the control panel with the 2 Xbox controllers as well. And that's it. I've still got the door to do. Shouldn't take too long to get that door on. The speaker grills have yet to be designed. I've got to do a test marquee as well, and then the back marquee. But the test marquee, I'm going to show the customer, see if he likes that style. We've went through a few design issues, just trying to get the right marquee for this unit as well. So that's it. Once it's finished, I'll show it all coming out of the whole unit, getting plugged into another screen. I'll also have show a video of the whole unit lifting off the pedestal, lifting up the whole pedestal. You'll be able to seat it down and play it through any screen you wish, and then put it straight back on. So like, share, subscribe to the videos, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch us in the next one. Bye.